Welcome back. It's been longer than a minute. I'm here with the Spec III update, driving the Ferrari 296 GTB. The arrow that you see there, I just put it on there for the hell of it, basically. The car is extremely well balanced, and I put that sand color on because races in the desert. All right, so this track is long and very technical. It's a great track, even though it's missing elevation changes. The complexity more than makes up for that. It's a pretty smooth surface. Before this race, I ran it in the Enzo, which, as you know, was a pretty analog car. Just passed, that was the first car I passed. But driving the Enzo on this track helped me learn this track. This is probably the 10th race I've done. I spent pretty much all evening yesterday driving this track, trying to figure out the car, trying to figure out how to make it all work. And I was finally able to get it set up to my liking. On that note, at the end of this video, I have the settings that I use to get the points where it needs to be with a decent set of tires. For this car, it needs to be detuned because it has a lot of torque, and even detuned, you see whenever you look on a straight that this car will get up to 160 miles an hour easy. With that said, my favorite car was actually the 458 when it first came out, and that was in GT7. That was one of my top two favorite cars. And to be honest, I haven't taken the time to get the 458 working to my liking for GT7, but I think I succeeded with this car at this PP level. Right, so with that said, as I mentioned that I did some minor tuning, and the arrow, I left the arrow at the default settings. I did not increase the downforce on the front or rear. I put the basic coilovers on there. The setup that's minus the sway bars, which I almost kicked myself for, but the reality is, again, this car is so balanced. It is mind blowing. I can't wait to take it on the other courses on GT7. So the list of favorite cars has grown, which is a good thing. And just when I thought that the game was like boring, and it's not, but you get kind of jaded because it's the same car, same tracks, and you want to do something different. At any rate, 5 laps. But again, a long race, so I am going to speed it up. And you do have the option, of course, to, drag the scroll bar or drag the play bar rather, to the end. I don't know if I want to put in a bookmark on YouTube or not. Probably not. They don't pay me enough money for that. So I'm just using this to say, hey, if you haven't gotten it already, it's worth the shot. If you haven't driven this track already, it's worth the shot. So right here, I just speeded up the replay because I know 10 minutes is a long time. Oh my God, it's like forever. So I saved some time off. Yeah, I don't know. I missed the apex on that last turn. I still don't know what I did, but I definitely missed the apex, ran wide, blew off my clean race bonus. Maybe I'll try it again sometime in the future. Because the track it's a really good track, and I actually look forward to the F1 race, biting my nails on the result. But yeah, so it's a really good track, and you will not be disappointed. Trust me. So I'm going to be quiet for a bit. I know the speeded up sound is just gonna sound really wacky, but I'm going to be quiet for a bit and come back in after a little kerfuffle. Right on, right on. So back to regular speed, and I made a pretty good time. Made it to third place, and the AI, I don't know if they tweaked the AI for this Spec 3 update, but we shall see. I have to do something, and here you see I got a pit maneuver, and I'm going to replay it. Who's at fault? I had to look at this a couple of times, and I had to play it back and slow it down for you. Number one, I'm working on my video skills, my video editing skills. Number two, what happened? So that would have taken us both out of the race, but this is a game, so let's carry on, shall we? So I was able to sneak by this car finally to go after the first place. And it can be done. So it's the last lap, and you should be able to see the lead car right there. So once you have the lead car in your sights, unlike in real life, but once you have the lead car in your sights in this game, it's on. You can, for all intents and purposes, run them down if you have the right car and you keep your cool. Keep your cool, man. Be cool. And again, this straight, this is the longest straight, or only long straight. And yeah, I was able to make up a lot of ground here because the car, it doesn't have a huge amount of torque, but it has a lot of horsepower. So it comes on kind of like a freight train, a slow build, but then once it gets going, it is gone. And I'm talking about just a straight line speed. With that, again, it's a balanced car. Handling is pretty good. You see it stays fairly flat. I did not tweak anything on the suspension aside from adding that upgrade package. So the car is super balanced. Right. So thanks for watching. Okay, if you're hanging for a bit, I'll talk about the settings a little bit more. All right. right, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Here's the setup. As you can see, it's just a height adjustable, no sway bar or anti-roll bar. Actually, I stiffened up the springs after I made this video. I didn't touch the initial torque. I didn't touch any of those settings. Nothing, just, pretty much left it alone to see what it can do. You can see where I tweaked the power reduced to 96 and 70 to get it under 700 pp. All right, so I'm just showing you this is the default setting. I did not change anything. What I did do is added an anti-lag system. Those are fun. Once I figured out those were there, I love having it. Set it to strong. Nothing else. Oh, and the other thing is that, well, there's not a lot you can actually do to this car right now. As far as weight reduction, there's absolutely nothing available for you. Nothing. I don't know if that's a fluke or what, but there you have it. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe? I don't know, whatever, who cares? See ya.